Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to a very exciting episode of the Number 9 with Tommy podcast. The North Carolina Tar Heels are in the Elite Eight and not far away from a date where they could potentially end with a loss the career of Coach K. Dear God, Lord in heaven, whose power is almighty, please keep Manic healthy and free from flagrant fouls. Please allow the sweet success of UNC that you've recently delayed somehow. Please let me find out that Amber Heard went on that skylift ride. Please let Ukrainians raise their flag with independence and pride. Please make all titles taken by male to female transgender athletes be kept separate from those won by biological females, and not just by biological men who wear press-on Lee nails. Please let Tommy and me lose the collective body weight of a human and a half. We're tired of being confused as a rhino and a calf. Amen. God, one more thing. The star of our show, Tommy fucking Washington. What's been up, man? How are you?
Pat, I hate to burst your bubble, dude, but UNC is going to lose today to a 15 seed called St. Peter's.
Cinderella dies tonight, long before midnight. She dies at about 5:05.
Whatever you say, bud. I'm pretty sure St. Pete's is going to win today. If they don't win, they're at least going to cover the spread, which wins me money, so I'm down. You know what I mean?
What do you have on that?
How much money?
Yeah, no, what's the spread?
It's 8.5. Spread is 8.5 for tonight. Fucking Arkansas got me good yesterday. I listened to Binoculars, and I said to him, I really don't want to bet against Duke. And he was like, I know it's going to be a tough one, but I've been riding Arkansas this whole time, and they've been doing pretty good. Now, mind you, I went with them because Friday night, I haven't been betting, sports betting, because I've had some bad beats, some really bad beats. So I haven't been for probably like a week and a half now. And then he got me all jazzed up Friday night, and I was like, fuck it. I deposit $500 into my account. And I bet the 4 games on Friday night. I won all 4 bets and finished $800 up. And this is what continues to happen to me because I'm a fucking.
This is how it goes.
Because I'm a fucking sucker and can't resist it. I start playing in the casino app on the fucking thing, and I lose all kinds of money. So I lost $500 of that $800 I won in the casino on Saturday morning. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I won with the first game last night. I forgot who it was, but we won that one. So I won $100 off that, and then I lost on the Arkansas game. So today I got Miami and St. Pete's. I took a money line and a parlay. If that hits, I put $50 on it. If that hits today, $625. It'd be a good little payday.
We saw Miami live. That kid Wong is fucking fun to watch.
Yeah,
he's a sophomore.
And then I took Miami and St. Pete's with the spread. Put $50 on that. If that hits, I'm at 182. And then I also took, to kind of offset my bet, it doesn't pay as well, but I took Kansas and North Carolina and a money line bet, no spread. If that hits, $87. But Pat, this is the real doozy. Thursday night, I was at pool. I had $1.41 left in my account, and I said, "What's going to give me the best bang for my buck?" And I stumbled across this little doozy, Pat, plus 35,000. Right, so if you bet $100, you win 35,000. I put $1.41 on St. Peter's to win the whole fucking thing, and if they win, I'm gonna win $494. So
nice.
Off $1. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And their odds are down to like plus 4,000 because they're in the final 8 here.
Right.
If they win today, they're in the final 4. UNC's out. They'll easily beat Duke, and they're in the championship game, no problem. So I'm riding St. Pete's, baby. Riding St. Pete's.
I would agree on a normal day that St. Pete's is the Cinderella story and they go on, blah, 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 blah. But UNC started so poorly and they've come together so much as a team that I feel like that magic that St. Pete's is riding, UNC's riding a little bit of that too. They weren't supposed to be here. They weren't an Elite Eight team at the beginning of this year. I mean, they have 2 seniors, and then some really, really young players. I mean, the majority of this team is coming back next year, and they will be fucking good. This is not the team we were expecting this year.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, Pat, they're not going to get past today, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, other than that, I'm doing pretty good, Pat. We got a lot on the agenda. We just missed Wednesday's show. You're not what you got 2 weeks until you're on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm on vacation a week after. So again, like
Did we
said,
do a show last Sunday?
Yes, that was the last show we did. Was last Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, so like we said, we're going to be hit or miss. Wednesday, I just had a fucking real rough day at work and was not feeling it. Plus, I've been fully engulfed in the Yellowstone series that I have now finished season 4 on. So I'm current to everything that's going on. Pat is not. I will not ruin anything. But these motherfuckers get theirs. They get theirs. You know what I mean? They get theirs, Pat.
Yeah, Yellowstone for me is about 4 days away. April 1st it drops, I believe. So
yeah, I mean, I could have just given you the login I had. My boy Formica actually hooked me up with his DirecTV stream app, and then I just cast it off my phone to the TV and watched the whole series. He gave me that on Monday. We finished it yesterday. I had one. It was 11:30 on Wednesday. And we had one episode left, and Erica was like, I'm not staying out to watch it. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? There's one episode left. We're going to ride this out for fucking another 3 days. And I really wanted to watch it Friday when I got home from pool. But I was so fucking tired, I couldn't do it. So I just went to bed. We got up yesterday, did some stuff around the house, and then sat down in the nice comfy recliners that you bought me. And we literally did not move. I watched the entire, which we're going to get into that. I watched the entire series, first season of 1883.
Only season, it's over.
Yeah, well, it's not over. They're gonna have more seasons.
Nah, one season done.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It all makes sense now, doesn't it?
We'll get into that. But Pat, you want to do mail time real quick? We got one piece of mail from our boy Griff, a loyal listener,
we do.
Loyal friend, great individual.
I should have pulling it up.
Yeah, I should have had these the intros ready to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tom, while you're doing that, can I tell you that Liz right now is watching, I don't even know what the name of it is. It's like T-Rexapalooza. I don't know. It's a fucking horror movie about a guy who transforms into dinosaurs. You know, like Wolfman. It's so bad. But it's like, that's the intention, right? That's like a subgenre of horror, is really bad horror. It's so fucking funny. This dude transforms into dinosaurs and kills people. And it's like, you know, like a mannequin head rolls across the screen and you know that that person's dead because there's no money for special effects in the budget. But
have you guys watched Sexy Beast yet?
What is that? Oh, the dating show?
Yeah.
No, we're waiting for you, bro.
I appreciate that. All right.
You already watched it, didn't you?
No, I did not. Not. That's the furthest thing from my mind when I throw it on the TV.
Yeah, me too. I forgot about it. You just reminded me, and I still said, what's that?
All right, so our one piece of mail comes in from Griff. This is from a couple episodes ago. He's really upset at Pat. Pat, you want to go ahead and read this one?
No shock there. He says, how is Michael Jordan one of the greatest competitors in the history of sports? And I agree, Griff. That's a great email. Thanks for sending it in. We're moving on. Oh, I'm sorry. That's just the first line. How is Michael Jordan one of the greatest competitors in the history of sports? A little bitch. Exactly. And Tom was 1/3 correct. He didn't just come back from baseball and win a championship. He came back and three-peated. Again. Just search Jordan flu game and tell me he's still a little bitch. Jordan is better at basketball than almost anyone has been at anything. Don't you also say you were a UNC fan? Didn't you also say you were a UNC fan? You can't be a UNC fan and hate Jordan. Heck, Dean Smith isn't a legend without Jordan. Rant completed. Griff, I got something you're gonna love, buddy. I mean, really, you're just gonna feel this deep down in your soul, kiddo. One, I love UNC. I don't hate Jordan. I don't think that Jordan was the greatest to ever do it. I think LeBron is better. That's all. Jordan is a
How could you
whiner.
think that? What? How could you think that LeBron is better?
Statistically speaking, LeBron's better
Statistically,
in every measurable way except for championship rings.
It's also a different basketball than when Jordan played. It's a 100% a different basketball.
Guess who's better at this one?
Yeah, but so 50 years from now, there will be somebody that's better than Tom Brady, statistically, than Tom Brady. Are you going to go ahead and say that he's better than Tom Brady? And the only thing that Tom Brady has over this guy is championships?
Yes.
You're a fucking idiot. That's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. Anyway, keep going. Read your
It's evolution. We had this conversation a couple weeks ago with Tony. The defensive fucking backs are now running as fast as wide receivers were when Jerry Rice was breaking records. They are better athletes today than they were back then. It's always going to happen. We will continue to evolve. We will continue to get better. We're watching other people who are getting better, and we're watching people who aren't getting better, and we're looking at it and going, this is what works. This is what doesn't work. We will always become better. So the best guy today is better than the best guy yesterday in every sport across the fucking books.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Okay. However, Griff, in response.
Hold on. I have one other thing. Do players play for statistics or do they play for championships? Just curious.
They play for championships.
There you go. So, case in point. And Jordan won all the championships.
That would be a magical point if the player won a player championship. The team wins a team championship. The player is a part of the team.
That's
LeBron
right.
is a better player than Jordan was.
I don't think that.
But thinking it, like, I wish LeBron wasn't better doesn't make LeBron not better.
He's not better.
I don't like LeBron doesn't make LeBron a bad basketball player.
He's not better.
Okay.
Who do you think? So I understand it's a team sport.
What way
so let me ask
Michael
this.
Jordan, independent of his team, better than LeBron, independent of his?
Because do they win those championships without Michael Jordan? No. They do not.
It would be difficult for me to predict something that isn't possible for me to predict.
I fucking hate your literal. I'm asking you a hypothetical question, Pat.
Hypothetically, no, they don't win without Jordan and they don't win without LeBron.
There you go. So Jordan won more championships with his team because of himself than LeBron has done with his teams because of LeBron. LeBron also had to move multiple teams to win those championships. And Jordan stayed with the same team and won all those championships.
What you're saying is that LeBron has built more winning teams than anybody else.
No.
That's what I heard.
Nope, that's not what I said. He had to move because he couldn't win with the players that were on certain teams after he won, that he had to keep moving from team to team to have the players around him to help him win championships.
I mean, players move every day. This guy has moved continued to win championships every time he fucking moves.
And Jordan stayed with the same team, didn't matter who was on the team, and won the championships.
Tom, let me ask you. If Brady stayed in New England and won another championship, would it have solved any questions that everybody had?
Absolutely not.
But Brady moving and continuing to win championships after he moved, what did that prove?
It didn't prove much because he left one excellent head coach and moved to another excellent head coach.
So Brady winning a championship with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't prove much. Okay. We could do this all day. Come on.
Read your response to Griff. I'm fighting with you about a sport that, one, I know nothing about, and two, I don't give a flying fuck about. As long as the only thing that I care about basketball is when I'm betting on basketball. So go ahead.
Right? Dean Edward Smith. I did a quick little Wikipedia for you
I
because
don't even know who that is.
Dean Smith is a longtime coach of UNC. He is a legend in his own right. I mean, UNC fans are diehard fans of Dean Smith. But Griff's email said, heck, Dean Smith isn't a legend without Jordan. So I'm gonna go ahead and speak to that. Dean Smith was an American men's college basketball head coach. Called a coaching legend by the Basketball Hall of Fame, he coached for 36 years at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Smith coached from 61 to 97 and retired with 879 victories, which was the NCAA Division I men's basketball record at that time. Smith had the 9th highest winning percentage of any men's college basketball coach, 77.6, during his tenure as head coach. By the way, Michael Jordan could have played a maximum of 4 years out of all of that. Let's see. North Carolina won 2 national championships and appeared in 11 Final Fours. Smith played college basketball at the University of Kansas, where he won a national championship in 1952, playing for Hall of Fame coach Fog Allen. Smith was best known for running a clean program. Now, here's where the real love for Dean Smith comes. It has nothing to do with basketball. The odds of an NBA player coming from UNC are very slim. We have Michael Jordan, obviously. I believe Grant Hill was a UNC guy. Jerry Stackhouse. There's very few. He runs a clean program, having a high graduation rate with 96.6 of his athletes receiving a degree while at North Carolina. Smith helped promote desegregation by recruiting the university's first African-American scholarship basketball player, Charlie Scott, and pushing for equal treatment of African Americans by local businesses. Smith coached and worked with numerous people at North Carolina who achieved notable success in basketball as players, coaches, or both. My counterpoint is this. Without Dean Smith, there is no Michael Jordan.
So I'm just going to throw this out there, Pat, because I did some quick research. So in his 37 years of coaching, is that what it was? 36 years of coaching. He won 2 national championships. The first one came on the heels of Michael Jordan when he was on the team. And the second one came in 93. So Jordan played 3 years there, but won one of his national championships without him. And they were actually talking about this with Gonzaga the other day, how that coach has never won a national championship, but always somehow is the number 1 seed. If you don't win national championships, you're a fucking nobody.
He won 879 games, bro.
Yep. And if he didn't win any national championships, he's not a coaching legend. That's a guarantee.
Okay. Just to be clear, Dan Marino, not a legend?
He's a Hall of Famer, but he is not, I wouldn't say he's a legend. No. I think he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. I don't think he's a legend. Not when you compare him to people.
Well, I guess that's the end of that conversation.
Joe Montana, fucking John Elway, all those guys that were playing in the same era are all better than, and they are legends. They won Super Bowls.
Griff, looks like you got somebody new to attack now. Tommy says Dan Marino's no legend. Have at it.
He's not a legend. He didn't win any championships.
Okay.
Do it. I need to pull it. We can look at the NFL's top 100 team and see if he made the top 100 team, because I bet you Joe Montana and John Elway did, who played in the same era.
Okay.
And I bet you Dan Marino did not.
Okay. All I said is Dan Marino a legend? You said no.
No, he's not. He's not. We'll see if Griff attacks me. I bet you Griff agrees with me. I'm sorry that you don't like Michael Jordan. Sorry. We done with mail time, Pat?
Dude, oh, hey, Tom. 1 week, no smoking, no vaping.
Good for you, man. Proud of you.
Notice I'm double fisting cups of sunflower seeds right now.
Well, it's good that you're not vaping or smoking. I tried to do that, and I made it to the car ride to the gas station Monday morning. So, Didn't work out for me. All right, let's go on mealtime.
I figured because we were both talking about eating healthy. I said, if I'm going to be uncomfortable, I'm going to be uncomfortable all the way. Just get it all out.
See, I thought about that, but I would cave on one and the other, and I'd rather cave on cigarettes than cave on eating unhealthy again. Just because, like, I know that I'm gonna have, like, I'm going on vacation in a week. That's gonna be a bad week of eating, and I need to do something. I'm fat as fuck. So,
Are you going to go down another water slide for a great picture?
100% not. All right, it's time for everybody's favorite time, meme time. Pat, I don't know what the fuck.
Meme time.
Is this the guy that's a girl competing in the NCAA, taking all the records?
Across that picture says Leah Thomas, a transgender swimmer.
I didn't really read that.
Oh.
Let's see what you got, Pat. Let's hear it.
Okay, these are memes that are connected. There's like 3 or 4 of them, so let's get through them. Leah Thomas, a transgender swimmer, could make history at NCAA championships. Heading into the NCAA women's swimming and division diving championships, there's one athlete everybody is watching, Leah Thomas, who is transgender. Now, let's go back. Let's take a step back. Thomas's path at Penn. Leah Thomas swam for the University of Pennsylvania men's team beginning in 2007, 2008, 2017,
Hold on,
2018.
timeout. Back
After her
up,
freshman
back
season,
Pat,
she
stop!
shared with her family that she was a transgender woman.
Can you
As
not
a
hear me?
sophomore, she placed... What's that?
I'm fucking screaming in your ear. Stop talking.
Were you really?
Yes.
Didn't hear you.
Erica dropped this little, and I don't know. She wants to get me upset early this morning. She wants to raise my fucking blood pressure because I didn't see this.
I can't see it. I'm so excited.
Because I had the fucking thing up, the story up, or I was looking up those things, so I didn't see it in the chat. She said, you can't compare. Just like you can't say someone is not a good person even though they engaged in rape or other malicious things because it was acceptable back then. I don't know why we're bringing up this old shit, man. I don't know. Like, why does she want me to blow my fucking head gasket?
That's a good point, Tom. You saying that Dan Marino isn't a legend is fine with me because the things you say about other people that lived a long time ago are real fucked up to me. So I'm good with it.
How are they real fucked up? You can't say that they're not good people. They did fucking they did horrible things. Oh my god, why are we back on Erica? I swear to God, if we lived in the 1800s, I would beat you. I swear to God.
Really, early 1900s, you'd be okay. Now, Tom, in all seriousness about this topic, since we're talking about it, there was a scene in.
Why are we
I missed it. For some reason, if I'm talking and you start screaming, it cuts you on my side. Like I can see you yelling, but I can't hear anything you're saying.
I don't know why.
It's wonderful. Anyways, in 1883, there's a scene where a woman is raped and a bunch of Redskins get all pissed off about it. And even back then in 1883, it was known that rape was not okay. Now, that didn't mean it didn't happen, but they very clearly were upset about the rape. Are you with me? Like, I think at no point in history was rape okay. I think you're always a bad person if you rape people.
Pat, I'm offended that you called them Redskins. They're Native Americans.
That was intentional, sir.
They're Native Americans.
No. We can't call the football team, the newly formed Commanders, Redskins, because that was offensive to people who went by that name. So now they're all Redskins to me. That's from now on. They're Redskins.
Hold on. Can you say that again?
Which part?
The whole thing. I missed it. I was reading a fucking comment, and I heard something about offensive. You're going to keep calling them Redskins.
So here's the thing. We can't call the football team, the new Commanders team, we can't call them the Redskins because that was offensive. So that must be, it's offensive to call them just a football team when they were a whole nation of people, the Redskins.
I think you're really missing the point there, Pat, but
I very well am, and I'm going to ride this out.
Wow, hate speech.
Just like from now on, if you get choked to death, I'm going to call you a blue skin.
Phobic says
people feel about that.
Phobic says you can 100% say someone isn't a good person if they did things that were acceptable, in quotes, acceptable back then. I don't agree with that. It was their way of life. It's totally different. Anyway, I don't know why
I don't think rape was ever a way of life, bro.
It would. I'm not saying like you're saying. Oh my god. First off, I never said that anybody that did rape back then was cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or that they were good people. I never said rape. Okay.
I'm not saying that they were cool.
Or they were good people. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, we're saying rape. Like, that's not what the fucking topic was when Pat brought this up about the movie The Patriot. It was about, like, he said they couldn't find a decent person among them because, and it really comes down to, they all own fucking slaves. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying. If the topic was strictly about the ownership of slaves, then you could really stand a chance at convincing me that your opinion's not super fucked up. But as soon as you mistreat the slaves, which is kind of what they did to them in general, then it's lost. If you're beating the shit out of people who aren't, defending themselves, you're a bad person.
Well, not saying that I agree with it. I want to put that premise forward first. I do not agree with slaves. I do not agree with beating people or anything like that. But back in those days, slaves were not viewed as people. They were viewed as property. So you beating your property is your business. Not saying I agree with it at all. But that's the way through the eye of the world then.
Well, you absolutely bring up a very accurate point, which is it was nobody else's business. So these rapes and these slaves were not anybody else's business. That's why it was allowed to keep happening. Everybody turned a blind eye to it. I mean, it helps and hurts because that to me says everybody back then was a bad person because they all turned a blind eye to the fucking rape and beatings. But it also proves your point that it was a way of life, and it's not that it was acceptable or not acceptable. It's that it was fucking ignored.
Yeah. All right, let's get back into this fucking thing about this he-she-it thing.
All right. Leah Thomas swam for the University of Pennsylvania men's team beginning 2017-2018. After her freshman season, she shared with her family that she was a transgender woman. As a sophomore, she placed second in the Ivy League championships in the men's 500, 1,000, 1650 freestyle events after beginning hormone therapy in May 2019. Thomas competed sparingly on the men's team her junior year. Thomas joins the women's team. Thomas began swimming on Penn's women's team in the fall of 2021. Her first opportunity since the 2020-2021 season was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. At that time, an NCAA policy in place since 2011 permitted transgender women to compete in all the women's category after completing 12 months of testosterone suppression. So now, remember, she'd be done if it wasn't for COVID-19. Competitive success. In December 2021, Thomas swam the fastest times in the nation in the women's 200 and 500 freestyle at an Ohio meet. 2 months later, at the Ivy League Championship, she won 3 individual events, the 100, 200, and 500 freestyle.
Is that it?
First
off, Erica said it's insensitive saying "quote unquote" it. I thought that was its pronoun. I'm sorry. I don't know what Leah Thomas goes by for its pronoun, so I just assumed it was it.
She, her.
He, her. Those are two.
She, her.
She, her. Is that her pronoun? I don't know. Is that in the news article?
It is not. In the article, they refer to her as she, her, though.
Interesting. Okay. She, her. Him. Whatever.
Tom, where do you stand on this? Should she be getting these?
No. Next.
Okay.
Where do you stand on this?
Agreed.
Yeah.
I stand on. If she wants to identify as a female, more power to her. She should not be able to compete in a way that is viewed by the vast majority as unfair. They view it as unfair because it's fucking unfair.
Yeah, and now she's being put in this category of elite or greatest of all time. If Dan Marino went and played on a women's football team, he would have been one of the greatest of all time. But it was unacceptable then. It should be unacceptable
only
now.
Then would he have been a legend?
Yeah, only then would he have been a legend in the women's leagues. And why
can't we take steroids in sports? Because one, it's unhealthy, but two, it gives you a competitive edge that is unfair. Well, if enhancing muscle mass is a unfair competitive edge, then maybe we don't fucking do it for certain groups of people.
I'm telling you, the way to fix this is that they get their own category. The transgender category. And if you're a woman competing it's funny because you never hear of a transgender woman competing in men's events. And
you never will. You never will.
Yeah, because they don't have a competitive edge.
Now, you can hear about them competing. You won't hear about them doing it at a competitive level. Exactly.
That's my point. And so they should get their own little category called transgender team. And
they should only compete
against other transgenders.
Correct. And I think that all the men and women should compete cooperatively. They should be on the same field at the same time.
And then the women in that group will truly be elite to the men. And that's only because it's really biologically men competing against biological women. So good on them.
If that's not fair, then stop doing it outside of that specific situation.
There you go. It's a fucking, you know what, Pat? We're solving the world's problems right here.
Solving the world's problems. Number 9 with Tommy. Solving the world's fucking problems one day at a time. Let's go.
I'm pretty sure I said this a year ago, but either way, I digress. Next story. Oh, they were all the same.
That's why I didn't say anything. I just waited.
Oh, okay.
Tom, Michael Jackson's weed company is making edibles in the shape of an ear. Tom, I kid you not.
I don't think
ear has a bite taken out of it.
It's not Michael Jackson. It's Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Did I say Michael Jackson?
Yes, he's dead. And I don't think
Mike Tyson's weed company is making edibles in the shape of an ear. The ears have a bite taken out of them. Tom, is this the greatest product in the history of the free market?
It's definitely going to sell. This is
I fucking love it. They're called Mike Bites.
Love it.
This is Chris Farley. You ever seen Chris Farley do this character? I can't remember the name of the character, but he sits down next to Paul McCartney and he's like, remember when you and John Lennon made that song and it was the number 1 hit? And Paul McCartney's like, yeah, I was there. And he's like, that was awesome. Have you ever seen that character?
No, I imagine it was on SNL.
It was on SNL. This is Chris Farley sitting next to the girl who protested the national anthem. She didn't want to play it at the games, and now she's stuck in Russia because she was trying to smuggle fucking weed. And he says, remember the time that you were protesting against the United States and didn't want the national anthem played at any of your games, and now you're in a Russian prison and the United States has to save you? That's awesome.
Classic. That's what they get.
This is, Tom, the important part here is that this is a text feed in a porn website. So Funky Monkey 42069 says, if K is a substitute for OK, and some people call their grandpa Pop, could K-pop be a substitute for OK Boomer? And the guy under that says, my guy, I'm here to blow my load, not my mind.
Nice. That's it for memes today, guys. That's it for memes.
I feel like there's one more.
No, that's it. That's all I got. If there's one more,
I definitely put one more in there.
If there's one more, it wasn't in the timeline, bud.
Well, it's literally sitting right in front of me on the timeline.
I have a news story. Daily Wire.
Let me ask you, is it in with the memes or is it in the Three Finger News section?
Well, see, so here's the thing, Pat. That's not a fucking meme. It's a news story. It says the Daily Wire news and analyst. How is this a fucking meme?
That says news and analysis, but I get what you're saying.
Whatever, you get it. Like, can we keep the news with the
Just
news and
because
the memes with the memes?
I was just going to touch on it as a meme because we don't know enough about it yet.
Him and Donald Trump are my boy Elon and Donald Trump are teaming up to make a new fucking social media platform.
I'm sorry, he's teaming up with Donald Trump?
That's the same idea. I assume that there's talks behind closed doors.
Trump is creating something similar to Facebook, and I think it's already created.
The more
Elon Musk is creating something similar to Twitter.
I tell you what, the more I hear about Elon Musk, the more things I see on this guy, I fucking love him.
Elon Musk is one of the greatest human beings to ever walk on this planet.
He's an alien, but so you can't really call him a human being.
Valid point.
But he's a bad motherfucker, yo. He's a bad motherfucker.
I respect that his wife is like, you can get me pregnant and we'll have Elon Musk babies and we'll name them the craziest shit in the entire world because you're fucking Elon Musk. I really respect that about her.
He's a fucking animal. His
kids are like, Ching Pao Cheese. They're crazy names.
That was super, super racist.
Who's that racist against? What race is Elon Musk?
This are his kids Asian, Pat? Is his wife Asian?
I don't think so.
Because you sounded like speaking some sort of Asian, what's that called? Mandarin.
At one point, I sounded robot.
I don't think
Was
so.
I being racist against the robots?
I don't think you sounded robot.
Am I racist against,
no,
I don't know, going down on women?
No, you went, ching pong, what?
When you do it, I can hear it. I can hear it pretty clearly.
And that's what you said.
It was not my intention. Those were more supposed to sound like sound effects than anything else.
Yeah. When you started ching pong wah, that doesn't sound very sound effecty.
No.
Maybe ping pong. Dude, I was watching this comedy guy on TikTok, and he had an Asian lady in his crowd, and he asked her where she was from, and he said pong. And he goes, "Where the fuck is that next to? Ping?" Dude, I was fucking rolling, dude. It was fucking hilarious. He goes, "What country is that part of?" "We don't have a country." "What?" Like, dude, it was wild.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, you ready to get into Three Finger News?
You want to do movie reviews first?
Yeah, let's do movie reviews. Pat, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Fuck it, I'll go first.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea because I'm gonna have a fucking rant about this.
Okay. The Batman. Did we talk about the Batman in the last episode?
No, we did not.
The Batman was awesome.
That's what I heard.
Bruce Wayne is like an emo version of Bruce Wayne. He's played by Edward from Twilight.
I don't know who
Robert
that is.
Pattinson.
No idea who that is. All right.
You'd know him if you saw him. He is like a recluse. So like there's a funeral and he goes to the funeral and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Bruce Wayne's at his house." And I just fucking buy that, man. Like this kid's parents died in front of him 100 years ago and he's just sitting inside his house, not going out in public. And he wants to be a good person. So he's like the Batman at night. But then during the day, he's like, I'm not going out there around those fucking money hungry creeps. They're all bad people. You know, like I live in Gotham. It's just a shithole and they're all scummy. So I'm just going to chill at home with Alfred. I'm pretty sure he does stuff with the butler. That should come out at some point.
He does like butt stuff.
Yeah. I think that might actually be where Butler comes from, is you do butt stuff with Bruce Wayne.
So breaking here on number 9 with Tommy, Batman is a homosexual.
The Batman. Or, now we know why he goes on to recruit Robin.
Yep.
Anyways, overall, really, really solid movie. Anybody who says it's better than The Dark Knight can suck it, because they're wrong. But other than that, it's probably the best Batman movie, except for The Dark Knight. And very excited for the sequel, because it sets it up for a sequel. So good on them. The other one I watched, Netflix show. I think it was Netflix. It might be Hulu by the name of Worst Roommate Ever. Bro,
I have one of those.
it's fucked up.
What's
It's
it
like the
about?
craziest shit. There's like people like moving in and they won't move out because then you have to evict them, but they like don't contribute anything. But one of them is this woman who's like she's like in her early 60s, but she dresses and looks very, very old. Like that's her character for the real world. She just makes herself look like a sweet little grandma. And she's running she has no nursing license whatsoever, but she tells everybody that she can take people in and nurse them, like special needs people and stuff. So she's taking care of all of these people, and people are paying her buku bucks to do it, but she's really not doing much, and she's really not certified to do anything. And then it turns out one of them goes missing, and this woman who was connected to that one is like, I want to see this guy. And she's like, oh, he moved to Mexico. You know, we can't keep them here. That's not how we roll. So she calls the cops and she's like, you guys need to fucking look into this woman's place. And before you leave there, you should check the backyard because I heard she buries bodies in the backyard. So the cops go, everything's on the up and up, except for the fact that she's breaking the law. She has no license or anything like that. But just for ha-has, they're like, fuck it. She said something about the backyard. Let's just go look. We'll be in and out. And they get back there and there's like freshly dug hole. And they're like, I mean, not for nothing. We could start there. Let's take a look. You know, it's again, we'll be in and out. No deal. And they start digging, and they're just digging up fucking like they can't figure out what it is. It turns out that it's skin that's come off the bone over the deterioration process. But then they find a body, and they're like, oh fuck! And this woman's gone. Like she gets away several times. There are 7 bodies. By the time the news gets there, 7 bodies that they've discovered in the backyard. And this woman looks like everybody's fucking grandmother. She's like the sweetest woman in the world. It's fucking insane.
So this is a true story.
Yeah. It's a series though. So each episode is about a different person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that, Squeaks?
Yeah. I might watch this later today. It sounds good.
Tom, 1883. Let's hear your take.
Okay, I'm gonna start this off by saying this show was recommended to me by multiple people because it's the prequel to Yellowstone. Now, for those of you that know, I've watched Yellowstone. If you haven't watched Yellowstone, go and fucking watch it. It's by far it's up there with like when we had the trend for Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad, what was the other one? Like The Walking Dead, all those shows. It's one of those like that everybody's gonna watch eventually. It's phenomenal. Kevin Costner is a fucking G. There's so many good characters in it. Everybody's favorite character has to be Rip. So great show. So I finished Yellowstone yesterday, and I'm like, let's watch 1883. Near the end of it, I said to Erica, the only reason I'm still watching this is because I don't want to get up out of the chair and there's nothing else on. That show is not worth watching. There is no excitement in it whatsoever. I take back what I just said. There's very little excitement. And what excitement is in there is like based, like you have to watch 4 episodes to get a decent, exciting episode. And then you have to watch another 4 episodes to get another exciting thing to happen. I hope, because it's weird, like in the beginning episodes of Yellowstone, they're setting up in season 4 for 1883. So that's why I don't believe Pat Reed said it's one and done, because the scenes that I saw before that seem like where 1883 ends will begin the next part that you see in Yellowstone. So I believe there will be another season of 1883. I will not watch it. If I watch it, it's because there's nothing else on fucking TV. Somebody said to me, Mason said to me that some people say 1883 is better than Yellowstone. And if you are one of those fucking people, go jump off a bridge. You should not be allowed to watch TV. That show is nowhere in the same category as Yellowstone, and no, it is nowhere as good as Yellowstone. It shouldn't even have played on TV. Pat?
I disagree. I think 1883 was a fantastic show. I don't think it's as good as Yellowstone. It's not close. It is well worth watching. But let us not forget that Tom also thinks that that movie that Tom Cruise is in with the race cars and the movie where Tom Cruise is a bartender, he thinks that those are two of the best movies of all time. So this is important because I was getting nervous as Tom's love for Yellowstone grew. I was like, oh my God, he's going to jinx the show. It's going to become awful because everything Tom loves to watch is garbage. Now we've revived that and we're going to be okay, guys. Everybody stick together. Keep watching Yellowstone. 1883 is really not that bad. It's a very good show.
It's not very good. Stop saying it's good. It's not fucking good.
Did you recognize Tim McGraw?
Yes.
I really the whole time I'm like, that is not what he looks like to me. Faith Hill all day.
You want to know why it's not what he looks like? Because there's an album cover of fucking Tim McGraw from
with the black hat.
From 1995. He's wearing that blue fucking button up and a black hat. It looks nothing like him. Yeah. Because if you look at him when he played that role in The Blind Side, didn't know it was fucking Tim McGraw. He looks...
Tim McGraw was in The Blind Side?
Yeah, he's the father. He's
like Sandra Bullock's husband?
Yeah.
I do not remember that. I haven't seen The Blind Side in 100 years.
It's a great movie. First off...
Yeah, nobody saw it coming.
I just want to... I get it. I just want to throw this out there. Days of Thunder is one of the greatest movies of all time. I never said Cocktail.
That's what that shit box was. Days of Thunder.
That's a great fucking movie, dude. The fact that you're shitting on fucking... Do you want to know how I know that my movie taste isn't all that bad? Because, one, Driver Andy 100% agreed with me about 1883, and he also 100% agrees with me about Days of Thunder. So, I'm just saying, I can't be that... I'm not the only person that feels this way, Pat. I'm not the only person that feels this way.
I didn't think you were the only one.
Erica said the best part of the show was all the famous cameos.
I really thought you were to say the best part of the show was when it ended.
That, too, was the best part of the show. Especially, they really dragged out the last episode there. So bad. I slept through most of it, woke up for the last 20 minutes, and I kind of got the gist of what happened.
I loved it.
I don't...
But you know me, I love a slow burn, and I fucking hate happy ending.
But it really is a happy ending. That's how they found
it is done. It is done in a way that will satisfy both groups of viewers, yes. Which, fuck you for your 50-50 booking, but I get what they did.
Yeah, that's the happy ending. The entire thing is a slow burn. It was fucking awful.
My God, dude. Did you ever play Oregon Trail as a kid? It's literally Oregon Trail in a fucking big screen production. It was amazing for that reason alone. They kept saying the words Oregon and Trail in the show, and I was jerking off in the corner like, oh God, I've been waiting for I was fucking 6.
Yeah, the problem is the Oregon Trail...
Did you not play Oregon Trail?
The Oregon Trail in the game went from east to west. This was going north to south, or south to north. So that is not a clear representation of the game. It may be a clear representation.
Well, it was going northwest.
Yeah, but it's really supposed to go east to west, east to northwest.
Where did Oregon Trail start?
It started on the east side of the country because everybody migrated that way. I don't know, probably Tennessee or something.
Well, the show starts in Texas. How's that any different?
Well, Texas is way further south than Tennessee and way further west.
In the big picture, is it really that different?
Yes. Yes. One is going up and down. The other one is going side to side.
I don't think you know where Oregon is. Oregon's all the way west. Either way, they're going northwest.
I understand. I understand where Oregon is. You want to know why nobody else knows where Oregon is? Because it shouldn't be a state.
Because nobody cares?
Yeah. There's 6 people that live there now. The people that landed there from the Oregon Trail are the only people left in Oregon.
My buddy, who you know, Doobie, just went on a road trip across the country.
All of our listeners know him as well. He's been on the show multiple times.
Yeah. I talked to him a few times on his road trip. And one of the times he said it, he was like, yeah, I'm out here. I can't remember exactly where he was, but he was headed towards Yellowstone. And I was like, hey, buddy, get me something. Anything. Don't care. Salt and pepper shaker. Get me something. So I now have a mug from Yellowstone. I was very excited.
Nice. Nice. Yellowstone's fucking great. It's by far the greatest show ever fucking made. It's phenomenal.
You would put Yellowstone ahead of Sons of Anarchy or The Shield?
Never seen The Shield. I don't know, man. It's in the same category. It's in the same fucking category. With that, Breaking Bad.
I don't know how you haven't watched The Shield. It is on one of the TV things that we have. Buddy, do yourself the favor, because you and I know you well enough. Trust me, if you start watching The Shield and give it a half hour, you don't even have to give it a full episode. You will watch The Shield and you will say, holy fuck, I never saw that coming. It is an amazing television show. It's my favorite show of all time.
So here's the thing, Pat. If watching Yellowstone proved anything to me, it's that I cannot start any new series, because what happens is I stay up till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning every fucking day.
You got this, bro. It's only 7 seasons long. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, this was only 4 seasons long. Yeah, I'm all set.
Trust me, you're capable. And there's some of the same characters, or some of the same actors.
Yeah, I'm all set. Anyway, let's get into Three Finger News.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to end this on 1883 sucks. Don't watch it. Andy told me he watched 1 episode of 1883 and Tim McGraw and Faith Hill can't act. So he fucking stopped watching it.
Opinion doesn't count. Why didn't you mention that in your movie review, you piece of shit?
Because that's Andy's movie review, not mine.
No, you were like, Andy agrees with me. Andy watched 1 episode.
That's all. Listen, I wanted to stop watching after 1 episode as well.
You cray.
You know what really... So, we're not even recording this, but you want to know what really made me continue to watch it? Were the scene clips that were in Yellowstone in season 4 that I was waiting to get to. And that fucking girl is narrating the entire fucking season. And it's horrible.
She stops narrating as soon as she rides into that last battle where she gets shot in the stomach. She's not narrating then, and she never goes back to narrating until the very end.
Yeah, so 2 episodes, it's fucking 10 episodes. She narrated 8 out of the fucking 10 episodes.
Thought it was good.
It was not good.
I love a good narrator. The only thing better would have been Morgan Freeman.
Her voice was not near. And you know what, Pat, while we're talking about, what's up with the fucking snot always dripping off this girl's nose? For somebody that hates snot.
Dude, Liz and I went fucking ham on it every episode. Why ruin the fucking show with this?
Dude, how
she
about
looks like
that?
the fucking rapper, fucking White Cheddar, whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah, how about that TikTok I sent you the other day?
You're a bad person.
It was the funniest fucking... Dude, as soon as I saw it, I said, I almost puked. But then I'm sending this to Pat.
It was awful.
We're recording, by the way. What we got for Three Finger News? Pat, we got a lot to do, man. We're already an hour into the show.
Yeah, here's the thing. I didn't really put a lot of Three Finger News in here because I knew we were going to go long. What I did do
the news,
is I want to do this segment, Tom. We can call it Three Finger News today, but the real news is we're going to add a segment to the show, and it's going to be called Am I the Asshole? We've talked about some of them before. We see them on Reddit. I want to bring Am I the Asshole and give our take on the Am I the Asshole situations. This one hits a little close to home. You'll understand why in just a second, but this is about a dad who refuses to take his daughter to Disneyland with her stepbrothers. So here's the story. I'm not going to read the whole fucking thing. Here's the story. Dad has a baby out of wedlock. That's a daughter. Years go by. Dad gets married to a different woman, has multiple boys with that woman. Now they're going to Disney, and he says the daughter can't go because it's a family trip. Tom.
He's an asshole.
What a fucking lowlife. What a scumbag piece of shit. I hate this motherfucker.
Yeah, that you only had to tell me about half that story. I kind of want to read to see if like she's a piece of shit too. But from the way you summarize that, makes me believe that he's a piece of shit.
She is. Hold on. Mm-hmm. She's
There's
either
a lot.
9 or 11. She's young.
No, she's 19.
Oh,
Oh,
now
no.
she's 19. Yeah.
At 19, she had her
No,
son.
at 19, he had her.
So how old are his boys now?
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of the story here, but if
He
she's
is 28 now. The man is 28.
oh, so
he
she's
had his first daughter when he was 19, which would make her 9.
Then she's a piece of shit, or he's a piece of shit. 100%.
Absolutely.
If she's under the age of 18, he's a complete piece of shit. There's nothing that little girl could have done to make it say, she can't come with me. He is.
Never mind that. You can disbar for her from going on a trip. Sure, you cannot use the excuse. It's a fucking family trip. Well, I got news for you, fucking dude.
That's your family.
You gave birth to this child. This is your family.
Well, he did not.
And to make her feel, oh my god, don't join them on that. To make her feel like she's not a part of the family is the lowest form of fucking.
First off, who is them, and who is on that?
We should not get into this.
We
should not get into this, Tom.
Did that girl come out of his pee hole?
Yes, as a matter of fact, she did. Thank you for bringing that up.
No, like to be delivered.
Yeah, delivered right from his pee hole into a fucking egg. That's how the baby was made, Tom.
Yes,
Thank you for proving to them how sex works.
Who is them? I just want to clear this up.
I don't want to do this, Tom. I don't want to play this game.
I just want to know who them is. But what I'm saying is that he created the baby. It is his baby or child as much as it is her child. He did not give birth to that. Like, delivery is the birth. And she delivered the baby. That's how it works, Pat.
He delivered the baby to her first.
He fertilized the egg. Yes, with his parts. He fertilized the egg, which made the baby, and then she delivers the baby. She has the baby. She carries the baby. No, I'm not saying.
I'm sure that dramatically changes both of their lives for the entire 9 months, and then after the baby's born, I'm sure that both of their lives are dramatically affected forever.
I don't think that his life is inhibited at all, other than the stress of having a baby. But he doesn't carry the baby, feed the baby, anything like that. So unless he dumps more baby batter in there and the baby somehow eats that baby batter, which I don't think is how that works, he does not deliver any more food to it. No, I'm not saying that she has any more rights to that.
On. When she asked him to go out at midnight to get fucking a vanilla milkshake with relish in it, does dad not deliver food to that baby?
First off, if you're doing that, you're a sucker. I would never do that.
Okay, well, you're speaking against the other side now.
What's the other side?
A man who has a pregnant woman in his home should be working diligently to make sure that all of her needs are taken care of. Her food, her comfort. So this pregnant woman should never have the feeling that she's doing it alone, or that she did it alone, or that it's not equally their baby. I mean, this guy should be breaking his nuts to make sure.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
This woman and this baby are both happy and comfortable.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you that no matter how much of stuff that a man does, the baby is equally theirs. But what I'm saying is that she gives birth to the baby. Biologically, she gives the birth. It comes out of her into the world.
Absolutely.
That's the only thing
no debate.
That's the only. Oh, I feel like you're doing this thing where you're just agreeing with me to avoid the argument.
No, I wholeheartedly agree that the woman gives birth to the baby.
But earlier you said that. I'm so confused. Whatever. Move on to the next story. We want to watch this video now. You're a fucking piece of shit. You're a fucking piece of shit. 100% piece of shit. You're just agreeing with me to avoid the argument.
That's not true. I simply wanted to state that men are equally important in the birth, in the life, in the creation, and every other part of that child.
Oh, that I 100% agree with you on.
Motherfucker, you just said he's a sucker if he goes and gets something that she's craving.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. You're still a sucker, but you're still... It takes... Listen, there's no baby without the male. You know what I mean? So, like, it doesn't matter how it happens. It requires one member of each opposing sex to make the baby, so which makes it equally theirs, even though in some cases the woman may do more to develop the baby at first.
I can see how, in some cases, it could go either way.
There you go. Okay, so we're on the same bit. Who is they?
What's the next thing?
Who? All right, so Pat sent in this video. This is not in the timeline. I don't know why we're doing it. But it's a video. I'm not going to read the caption. I don't really know what happens here. Let's just watch it. It's 5 minutes, so this is quite long.
Fast forward to 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
That's great.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, go to 3:30.
Okay, so let's set this up because some people are just listening. Some people are
Some people
watching.
know exactly what the fuck's about to happen.
So they're on one of those
Ladies and gentlemen, last week at an amusement park, a 14-year-old man-child. This kid is fucking huge. He's the size of a fucking washing machine. Unfortunately, and very tragically, fell out of this ride, Tom. That's what you're about to watch, is this kid fall out of this ride. And I thought it'd be worth having on the podcast. He was not at the amusement park, thank God, with his family. They got a phone call. He was with a friend's family, which makes this process a little bit easier. Super sucks that he was 14. Obviously, I immediately found some humor, not in the fact that the kid died or in the fact that he's a 14-year-old that's dead. But there are parts of the video that I was just like these fucking crazy. But go ahead and watch. I want your reaction. I want your take on it.
I don't want to watch this.
Trust me, you're not going to miss it.
Who's videotaping this?
I don't know. Another patron at the park?
Yeah, but my arm hurts already.
Whose arm hurts?
The guy recording.
Here we go.
No, I'm saying it's some guy at the park whose arm hurts.
I want to know how this kid fell out. Did like the safety latch fail or something?
Oh, that would be one way of putting it.
I don't want to watch this, dude. Oh, fuck no, dude. Oh my god. No, I'm done, Pat. That's
Fucking insane.
That is fucking
absolutely insane. Here's where I wanted to cover it. The attendants go into this, like the whole thing is fenced off, right, Tom? So
Yep.
the attendants walk back in, and everybody on the ride's like, dude, let us the fuck off. What the fuck? Like, get us off this fucking thing. Call 911. And the attendants are like, whoa, what the fuck? They had no clue. They had no fucking idea. Just like that story that we covered, 6 months ago? Where the attendants were fucking responsible for other people getting hurt because they're putting fucking people who they shouldn't put in charge of these fucking rides. The attendants were completely oblivious. Now, the only part of this that I thought, and I don't think it's funny, like, ha funny, but in my head, I thought that's a funny reaction. Somebody yells, call 911, and I go, what the fuck do you think that's going to do? Like, there is a 0% on this. 911 couldn't have gotten there fast enough if they were standing there watching. They wouldn't have gotten there fast enough.
Yeah, I'm with Eric on this one, dude. Why would
What?
why would you make me put this on the show?
So we could talk about it. We just had we had an episode where we talked greatly about the safety fucking of rides. Do you not remember this? It was a whole lawsuit thing.
I'm not gonna sleep tonight. Thank you. You're
What do you mean you're not going to sleep?
That's Pat, you just fucked up my whole day.
Tom,
Just fucked up my whole
did we
day.
not just talk about this on the podcast?
Phobic said, wait, I missed it. Show it again. No, I'm not sure. I can't do it. I'm gonna be scarred for life. Jesus. Let's go, dude. Go. I'll fucking send you the Twitter link, dude. You can. You don't want to watch that, dude. It's gonna fuck up your day. You're a horrible person. Make me show that on the show, dude. Oh my god. No, I'm not showing it again, Phobic.
Why don't,
I can't. I already exited out of it, dude.
Tom,
I can't
text
handle
me
it.
Phobic's number.
I'm sending it to him right now, dude, because you sent it to me.
Okay.
Oh my god, Pat, you're a horrible person.
How in the world?
He said no on the show. I'm not showing it again on the show, dude. There's no fucking way I'm doing it again. There's no fucking Pat. Never again will we show something like that on the show. I don't like.
It's not our obligation to cover this. We just talked about this and how these fucking operators of these rides aren't doing a good enough job.
I'm with Erica right now. There's a severe discomfort in my chest. I kind of feel
Erica's like the sweetest woman in the world. I can see that from her.
Pat, I kind of feel like telling the whole audience what you said to me when you sent me this video, but I'm gonna spare you, and I'm not gonna fucking tell them what you said.
It took me a second. I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" I said, "I want your reaction live on the show." No, I said more than that. I did. That's valid.
And you
in
knew.
my defense, ladies and gentlemen, there are some people who cry when they see sad things. They get scared when they see scary things. They piss and moan when something's going wrong. And there are some people, a very small class of people, we call them the Gallagher family, who make fun of absolutely everything, no matter how dark it is, because that's how we cope. That is my coping mechanism. That is my defense mechanism.
Yeah, well, you should probably change
The
that.
worse something is, the
Pat,
more jokes, the darker they get.
Pat, never, ever send me something like that to put on the show again, please.
I can't make that promise, but you could watch the things and not put them on the show.
I tried to watch it before we put it on the show, and you said, no, I want to see your live reaction, so I stopped watching it.
It's true. I did say that.
Like, how messed up a ride in roller No, Phobic. He didn't get launched out. It looks like either his safety, like the bar that comes over your shoulders, wasn't latched.
So here's the thing. Again,
unlatched.
this kid is the size of a fucking washing machine. He's a huge kid. Look it up. I mean, Google it. The 14-year-old that died on the roller coaster. He's massive. And he said before the ride went up, according to whoever was there, he said, I don't feel secure in this thing. They tried to make it click more. They couldn't make it click more. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it ever clicked at all. So they're thinking they could get one more click out of 0. They don't realize that it hasn't clicked at all. And they can't get the next click. So they go, don't worry about it, dude. You're fine. The thing is, I don't think he was latched in at all.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And essentially, because of this drop and then stop, he's like, he's like almost catapulted. Yeah. I don't know if that's the right word, but the laws of physics here are that he gets shot at the ground.
It's awful. Fucking awful.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
Pat, you just ruined me going to any rides at any amusement park ever.
I doubt that. You'll be fine.
No, I'm done with it.
Lose weight.
Yeah, even if I lose weight, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm all done.
I just assume that's the thrill for everybody. Like when you get on a roller coaster, isn't there that like thought in your head, like there's a 0.0001% chance that I'm going to die, and that's what's going to make this thrilling?
No.
What's that person say?
Phobic says this is why I don't mess with these things anymore. Facts, bro.
Did Phobic watch the video?
I don't think he's gonna watch it because he's not a sick fuck like you. Oh, I can't fucking do it.
We all watch this video, Tom, not just me.
It has. Oh, he's watching it.
Phobic, fast forward to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. With the delay, he should get to 3:30 right about the time he gets that message.
Dude, you fucked me up. That.
We have watched so many worse videos together.
No.
I mean, way worse.
Yeah. Again, another situation you put me in to watch a video that I did not want to watch.
I'm your dark angel, Tom.
And then you laughed.
That sounds very satanic.
And then you laughed as we watched the video. You sick fuck. I'm nauseous as fuck. It's like that was like some Final Destination shit. You know what I mean? That was like some real Final Destination shit. Pat, we're gonna watch this other video.
Yeah, or I mean, as long as you're okay with it.
This video I've already seen. This video is fine.
Oh, so it's okay because Tom's already seen it, so now it's approved. I'm sorry, Tom. What are you laughing about? What happened? What's so funny?
You and Pat are horrible fucking people.
Only one of us is laughing, Thomas. What happened? That's so funny. Please read what I can't fucking see. What did he say?
He said that dude's organs are on the ground.
I don't think that's funny at all.
Oh man, dude, I can't even imagine. I can't even.
It's very
imagine.
sad. It really is. It's a
really
14-year-old kid. That sucks. I mean, I couldn't fucking imagine.
It's not, like if it was an adult, it would still suck, right? But it sucks even more that kid is only 14 years old.
No, honestly, if this is a guy my age, I go, why'd you then, you idiot? But a 14-year-old kid who's afraid to get off more than he's afraid to ride it. He's terrified to ride it, but he's also with his friends and he doesn't want to be so fucking fat that he can't ride a ride. So he goes on knowing, he said out loud that it wasn't a fucking good idea. That's the real tragedy. This kid should have gotten off that fucking ride. He knew he should have gotten off that fucking ride and chose not to. And that's like a peer pressure situation gone wrong, right? Like it's the fucking worst case scenario for this fucking kid and his family. Imagine the parents who allowed him to get to that size who are like, this is on us. And it's not on you. It's on the fucking theme park. 100%.
Erica has a good point. Erica's a good point here. She said, you should play that TikTok I sent about the robbery, which I'm going to send in right now. And we will play that today because it's funny as fuck. And Erica says, I send funny stuff and you pick to play that. Real nice, Pat. And
to be fair, that was sent in as well. I didn't find that on my own. That was sent in. I am not going to say who sent it in now.
Please do.
Boy, are they going to look like a bad person.
Please do. I want to know who sent that in.
Well, I can't do it. I will say that the person sent it in and he immediately said, I sent this to you as quickly as I could because I'm sure it's going to get taken down. I didn't know what it was. I opened it up and played it. It was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's Jesus Christ. Who's I can't even do it. But Phobic says, imagine it's friends. And I'm with Phobic on that, dude. I couldn't even imagine being at the park. Or thank God his parents weren't there, dude. You know,
oh yeah, that's why I said everybody's like, oh, it's such a tragedy because his family wasn't there. No. It's great that they got a phone call and explained what happened instead of being there. Could you fucking imagine being there and seeing it?
I can't. Jeez,
and
Pat.
For all the people who are saying pull the video, don't play the video. No, everybody should see the video. The theme park should be on the hook for this. Like, all theme parks need to be wary of this situation. It keeps fucking happening. It happens all the fucking time.
I don't know. I sent the fucking email, and I don't know why I didn't send. Try to send it again here. But for now, we'll play this. This shit's fucking funny as fuck. Oh, here, I got a good one.
I don't care how many times you try and justify it. I saw that.
All right, so we'll play this one after.
I see this? Where was this sent?
Erica sent this one to me, but we're going to show the other one. Dude, that's
what did Phobic say?
He said that's he said for real, that man's intestines are on the ground next to him. Yeah. And he said that's unreal how real that was. That I hate to say that, but it
because it's real.
It's
that's why it strikes me as humorous in a funny in a dark way, but a humorous way. That they're like, call 911, somebody call 911. Like, for what? What's the rush?
Well, your initial reaction is especially if you're one of his friends, it's holy fuck, save him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's got to be some way.
Yeah, oh, Jesus. All right, let's get off this because Pat fucked up my whole day. You fucking asshole. All right, so this is hilarious. I wish I knew how to make this a little bit bigger, but I don't. But this is pretty funny. So it's a kiss cam at a what looks like to be a hockey game.
Oh, I sent that in to you, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. This is amazing. Oh, you know what? I got this from Miss Elizabeth, and I got this from Erica. Are you watching this time? Have you seen this?
Yes, I've seen this. So the premise for the people that are just listening and not watching, it's two people.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
Well, but they do these kiss cams all the time. But it's St. Patrick's Day, right? And it's two people with a seat in between them, and they got the kiss cam on them, and they're like shaking their heads no because they're clearly not together, right? Like they didn't go together. So eventually, the girl gives in and leans over and goes to kiss him, right?
So the two of them share a big smooch, and the crowd goes crazy, and they keep going to all the other couples kissing. More couples kissing. And whammo! The dude who's with the girl returns to his seat. No clue what has just happened. His girlfriend, who he now has his arm around, has kissed the random dude next to him in his absence, and he just came back to his seat.
Congrats, you're the winner.
And the boyfriend's looking at the screen. It says, "Congrats, you're the winner," and he has no clue what's going on. And she goes, "It's nothing."
Fucking hilarious.
If they're together today, I would be shocked.
Well, he's definitely
the only
seen
thing
it
that
by
could
now.
make that video better is if that dude was his boy.
Yeah, that's the only thing that does make it better. All right, so this one, Pat, is fucking hilarious. All right, and we'll end the show on this. Yeah, Phobic says, and she initiated it, which is 100% factual. She initiated the whole fucking thing.
Oh, yeah, she leaned across the other seat to get to that guy.
Which means she's a little slut. All right, so this
coming for your face when you looked at her and said nice shit.
Oh, fuck. Hold on, I'm going to reboot this because it ain't working.
I don't care how many times you try and justify it. I saw that drink coming for your face when you looked at her and said nice shoes, wanna fuck. That's right, it's fucking story time! Today, I'm gonna tell you about the dumbest person that ever tried to rob me. I used to work at a convenience store. For those of you wondering, it's open 7 hours a day, 11 days a week. And I was up the counter, reading my magazine one day, because ain't shit was going on. It's an easy fucking job. And this dude walked in, you know the type, pantyhose over his face. Looked like a skid mark going down the front of it, too. And they weren't tight, neither. Looked like the woman they belonged to, she stepped on the scale and it goes, "What the fuck?" Well, he sticks a bang stick in my face, demands all the money in the register and a carton of Newport shorts. So naturally, I thought I'd fuck with him. I opened up the register, packed up all the money, grabbed the carton of cigarettes and set them on the counter. Looked him dead in his eye and says, "I'm gonna need to see an ID." He said, "What?" I said, "Man, state law, I got an ID for the cigarettes." He said, "Oh, I understand." Pulls out his wallet and shows me his ID. That motherfucker was at the shallow end of the gene pool. Well, when this happened, I figured, I wonder how far I can take this. So I decided I was going to be cute and rang up the cigarettes. Said, "Yeah, man, that'll be $31.20. That doesn't fucking age the story. He, from the money I just gave him, handed me 40 and said, "Keep the change." This dumb motherfucker here. Surprisingly, he took the shit and left. Then we called the 5-0. They showed up, asked us if we had a description. I said, "I'll give you his fucking home address." Cop said, "How?" I said he wanted all the money in the register and a carton of Newports. State law, had to cart him. To that day, I had never seen a cop laugh that fucking hard. I assumed he was arrested. I think the funniest part of that story is we also said that he took a box of Reese's and a 2-liter of Coke. Fuck it, man, we were hungry after that robbery. Moral of the story is, don't rob somebody smarter than you. But I got a million more of these.
It's just hilarious.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking funny. Who knows how true it is, but it's still funny. Pat, I just want... Pat, we're going to name the show Slingshot?
Oh, but I'm the fucking bad guy. I'm the fucking bad guy.
Or should have stayed on the merry-go-round?
Oh my god.
Pat, I really want you to know that fucked me up, dude. That fucked me up.
What's it say?
It should be called Not Crank.
Oh, because in Crank, if his adrenaline's running, he can't die.
Oh.
I assume that's a reference to the movie Crank.
Fully said exactly.
Nice. Well done.
Oh, man. I actually, so it's funny, man. When I was in Orlando, right, when I went to Universal, I went and rode this Hulk coaster, right? Now, we rode that when we were kids. And my brother was too scared to ride the ride with us, right, when we were little. So when I took my son there, me and my father went and rode the ride, but I'm a bigger guy. So they go to put down, and so they had two seats, one that was for normal people and one that was for bigger people. And the bigger seats were in specific parts. So I told them when I got up there, hey, I got to get in a bigger one. And they said, okay. So they go in, they latch me in, it click. I hear it click. Listen, and again, this kid was 14. Like, he doesn't fucking know any better. If I get on a ride, dude, and I don't hear the thing click, dude, I'm going to tell him, this thing didn't fucking click. Like, we're not fucking going.
I click roller coasters so tight that I am very, very uncomfortable. I use everything I have in me to secure myself into that fucking ride every time.
The other question is, they usually have a fucking, because if the click fails, right? If the safety mechanism fails in that, they have a fucking seatbelt that's supposed to latch into that bar to stop it from opening, to prevent things like that. So I don't know what the fuck happened there. But anyway, so when we get on this ride, me and my dad, it clicks and everything. I said, listen, man, push on this thing as hard as you can. I'm not falling out of this fucking ride. And the guy pushes on it. I said, you sure it's tight enough? He said, trust me, you're not going anywhere. So I trusted the attendant. Now, mind you, you don't hear of these accidents happening at the Universals of the world, the Universals, the Disneys, and shit like that, because they somebody dies at fucking Disney, like, that's national headline news. That's not your fucking local state news. You know what I mean? But yeah, I actually have a picture of me point. So me and my dad sat and left one seat open in between us, and I pointed and sent it to Tim. Like, where you at, motherfucker? It was pretty good. It's in my living room.
Tom, I wanna speak on my my not smoking while we can. If you can see that
no free
brand
ads, Pat.
Product is
no free ads, Pat. If you want to,
it's not an ad. I'm trying to help the fucking number niners.
Yeah, listen, no free ads.
That product is called On. Listen, if you go to Cumbies, there's 20 nicotine pouches. They're
For those of you listening, I muted Patrick, so I'm not gonna give out free ads. If you want to run an ad on this show, Pat, I'm more than willing to do the legwork. Reach out to the company, and tell them, hey, we want to run an ad. You pay us, $2 per listen, and we'll call it a day.
You cocksucking motherfucker! Did you mute me?
Yes, I did.
I said
I can't trust what you're saying, so I keep muting you. Go ahead, Pat. You're unmuted.
You're gonna die.
All right.
Tom, listen, fuckface. I chose the citrus and coffee flavor.
Guys, I keep doing it. On the Number 9 with Tommy podcast, there will be no free ads. I'm more than willing to have ad partnerships with us. If they're willing to reach out, this company, Pat can write them an email, nice long worded email, and I will gladly advertise for them. But here on the Number 9 with Tommy podcast, we don't do ads without getting paid. You can't hear me, Pat? Well, don't worry. The Number 9ers can hear me. That's not a big deal. I think because I muted myself from you, so you can't hear me. Now you can hear me, right?
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
Oh, don't. Hey, there's no reason to be upset.
There's going to be a new video on our YouTube channel. That's the Number 9 with Tommy at YouTube. It's going to be me driving to Tom's house and punching him in his fucking stomach for muting me on the show. If you guys want to catch that, it'll be up by Sunday night. Liz will be taking the video. I have to go to Tom's house anyways today. So that'll be a good one.
Please don't punch me in the stomach.
When I get to your house, I need you to get all the way outside. I do not want to spray mace into your house. I want you to get outside with the door shut, please, because I do not want to get any in your house. Erica, you hear this warning. Don't let the mace get into the house.
Listen, we had an agreement that I wasn't the one that got maced in the face. It was you.
Until you muted me.
You're trying to give out free ads, Pat. We don't do hashtag no free ads.
I'm trying to help people stop smoking. I'm helping them with smoking cessation.
I understand where you're coming from, Pat, and I do. And I would gladly represent those brands on this show right here as long as they pay us.
Now, here's the thing.
You know who pays us, Pat?
You're $1 a pack at Cumbies right now. $1.
Our wonderful friends at Anchor.fm, they pay us. So we advertise for them.
What you're saying is people should go on Anchor.fm.
100%. They should go to Anchor.fm if you're looking to start a new show.
Like the brand of nicotine.
I muted you again, Pat. You fucking asshole. All right. Anyway, Pat, you want to get us out of here?
I don't know. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, everybody can hear you.
You know what they're going to hear next? Tommy rolling around on the ground like a fucking lawn roller, crying, holding his face because he got punched in the stomach and maced in the fucking eyeballs.
What? Well, Pat, we're not doing that.
We'll see.
I did not sign up for any of this. Pat, get us out of here, please. Pat, me muting you was just a repayment for you making me watch that horrible fucking video.
Tom, you then sent that video to fans. I mean,
I sent it to my brother. I sent it to my brother who asked to watch it. Wanted us to play it again.
Not a fan?
Not really at all. He watches to support us. That's about it.
Well, still the same. Number Niners, I say, good day.
Pat, you're a horrible person for making me watch that video.
What would have been really funny is if you muted me right before I said good day and just ended the show.
Nah.
Like Number Niners, I say, and the show's just over.
Well, I could still do that. Watch. Done. All right. Twitch, YouTube, we're out.